Have you ever wondered if there was an easier way to get a woman to like you? You've gone over the tens of steps online experts have told you will work, yet they never do. That's because women have seen it all, heard it all, and aren't looking for the same old guy anymore. So today, we're switching gears and talking about 10 psychological tricks that'll get her to like you. Number 10. Smile when she deserves it. Most guys tend to either go all out or withhold their excitement altogether when they're trying to impress a woman. They believe that women are either attracted to the strong and mysterious kind or someone who radiates positive energy. It's neither. Women like someone who's, by all accounts, normal. So when you're having a conversation with a woman you're interested in, just be yourself. Talk about the things you normally do, and be as you normally are. The only difference is to use your smile as a reward. How does that work? Well, instead of acting nonchalant, you'll have a conversation like any other. But reserve your smiles for something very interesting or exciting about her. For example, smile when she talks about her career advancements, her business, or even her pets, something she's truly proud of. Now, she's realized that the only way to get a smile out of you is to talk about something impressive about her. She's now inadvertently trying to maintain the conversation and your interest in her. Number 9. Share personal tidbits. There's something called building a rapport with someone, and that's when the conversation goes from small talk to something deeper. How do you establish a rapport? It's simple. You start to reveal a few secrets about yourself. Now, when you're trying to impress a woman you've just met, you can't go ahead and share personal information that's too personal. For example, you can't talk in too much depth about your fears, worries, and insecurities. Maybe once you two are a little down the road, but not during the first meeting. By personal facts, we're talking about information that you'd be comfortable telling someone about anyway, probably someone you've known for a month. In this case, expedite the whole thing and talk about your personal tidbits with her on the first day. Things such as where you grew up, your first pet, your favorite sibling, and anything else that won't creep her out. These things are supposed to keep her interested enough to come back for more. Number 8. Using pheromones to get the job done. Online experts would have you believe that the only way to get a woman to like you is to put on a huge display. Spend a couple hundred on dinners and dates, and then hope for the best. Well, it doesn't have to be that hard, or even that expensive. The truth is, women just want someone who smells good. That's right. As simplistic as it may sound, women are attracted to men who smell amazing. This doesn't necessarily mean spending loads of money on the finest cologne that money can buy, although there's no rule saying you shouldn't do that. But when we say the trick is to smell amazing, it's just to smell appealing enough to turn heads. Switching up your cologne can do wonders for your love life. For one, you'll notice women turning their heads to look at you with a flirtatious grin. Other than that, you'll notice a spike in your confidence too. Men who know they smell good walk around with a newfound confidence. They know that they have something attractive about them and don't need to memorize a script to get a woman to notice them. Smelling amazing can also mean taking care of your personal hygiene. Besides deodorants and colognes, we're also talking about your breath. There's nothing that'll turn off a woman more than someone whose breath stinks. Imagine holding a conversation with someone whose breath you can't stand. Number 7. Shoulder to hip ratio. Have you ever heard the phrase, dress to impress? Well, what better time to test it out than when you're talking to an attractive woman? You've probably noticed that a few men dress amazingly, while others seem like they haven't put in any effort at all. It's actually the other way around. The men who dress perfectly don't put in much effort, while those who look like they just threw something on thought about their outfit for hours. That's because the sharp dresser knows the secret to dressing well, and you can too. It's all in the shoulders to hip ratio. Women find men who have broader shoulders than their hips more attractive. This means finding shirts that tuck at the bottom and bring in your hips. Slim-fitting shirts can be a little expensive, so here's a trick for any button-down shirt. Open up the first 2 buttons. If you close them, it brings in the fabric and pulls at your shoulders, making them seem smaller than they are. If you open them, your shoulders are free. Number 6. Intense eye contact. Only when she's talking. Something that a lot of men struggle with when they're talking to a woman they find attractive is maintaining eye contact. They've heard the same spiel over and over again that the secret to being flirtatious is to never break eye contact. While eye contact is indeed a powerful tool, there's such a thing as too much of it. In this case, men would either be too nervous to keep eye contact going and start looking down, or they'll look so intensely at a woman that she starts getting creeped out. You need to know when to establish intense eye contact and when to break it. It's simple, really. When she's talking, maintain constant eye contact. Don't look away. Don't look nervous. Just look at her. Make sure that she can tell you're listening and that your attention is 100% on her. Then, when she's done, break eye contact by looking away. For the remainder of the conversation, make sure you only establish intense eye contact when she's talking. This is so that things stay as natural as they can be between the two of you. Nothing should feel forced. Number 5. Speaking with your chest. The first impression is all that matters. When you're making a lasting impression on a woman you've just met, you'd want to lower your voice. It's been proven time and time again that women find men with deeper voices more attractive. Let's say you don't have a naturally deep voice. What then? Well, you can still talk in a deep voice. You just have to speak with your chest. It's simple enough, but it takes a little practice. Women find men with deeper voices attractive because it creates an environment of security. They feel more comfortable with them around. Number 4. Use statements. Don't ask questions. There's nothing more suffocating than a man who keeps asking one question after another. You'll notice that most men, when they're trying to flirt with a woman, repeat questions. They think that they're engaging in a conversation with her, but that's not what it looks like. He's asking questions, and she's giving curt one-word answers. That's hardly a conversation. Instead, what you want to do to get her to find you attractive is make statements. So instead of saying, "Do you want to grab a drink?" say something like, "Let's grab a drink." The choice is still hers, and it's up to her whether she follows you or not, but making it seem like a statement helps in guaranteeing a yes. Number 3. Keep the conversation fun. Laughter is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. The key to making a woman laugh and overall enjoy the conversation and keep things going is to engage in playful banter with her. Most men have a few pickup lines or knock-knock jokes memorized. Don't do that. It comes off as scripted, which it is, or even as desperate when you tell her a joke you've already thought of. Women like someone who's spontaneous and fun. You can't go bungee jumping on the first meeting to show her how fun you are. You'll have to rely on playful banter. This makes her believe that you're someone who knows how to have a good time. She's now interested and invested in getting to know you more and keep the good vibes going. Number 2. Have a friend around. Nothing can boost your confidence more in an unfamiliar space than a familiar face. You'll find yourself feeling a whole lot more confident when you see a friend walk up to you. When you're in a situation where you're working up the nerve to talk to an attractive woman, the trick is to have a friend around. There are 2 reasons. One's that their presence will boost your confidence, and 2 is that they'll hype you up. The woman will see your friend enjoying your presence and company, and she'll want in on it too. Without even talking to you, you'll have her attention as someone who's sociable and likable. Number 1. Fake a call. You need to make her believe that you can take out time for her, and only her. It's hard to show her this on a first date or when you're meeting for the first time, but there's a workaround. That's when you get a call from someone in the middle of walking up to her. However, you make sure to tell whoever it is on the other line right before you come up to her that you're busy. This is a great ploy to get her to notice you as a serious guy who doesn't mess around. Yet, when it comes to getting her attention, you'll put everything else on hold. She'll like the feeling of being important to you even before the two of you get to know each other properly. Before you know it, she'll start opening up to you, talking through the night, and wanting something more. That's all for this video. What are some tried and tested psychological tricks you've used to get a woman to find you attractive? Let us know in the comments.